Here we go. House shield. Not great. Ah, the gold bar. Another gift for Zevran. Let's keep moving. He's out here now.
Just look at this. How was worse than the rioters?
Somehow I'm not surprised. Okay, right here.
My thanks.
Why are you dressed like that?
Because there are two sorts of people in this house. Those loyal to Hao, and those loyal to me. If Hao's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
Okay, we got nothing in here either.
A little backstab.
Oh. Does she have anything else to say?
Shh. You'll draw attention to us.
Should be fun.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
I'm here to free Anora, who is held captive.
Don't be ridiculous. The Queen isn't being held prisoner here or anywhere else. Her father would never stand for such a thing.
You know that for certain.
Unlike you, some of us know what honor and loyalty are. I have no doubts about Loghain. Bring them down! Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive.
Okay. Is a battle, that's for sure. First order of business, we need that mage down. Mage. But we also need everyone taking a nice little nap. See if I can remember the button for this. So way to go into like the tactical camera. I think that'll work right there. Come on, team. What are you doing? And then that there.
An order. Got it. I'll get on it.
Shit.
I am hurt.
Not good. Okay, I'm actually gonna reload this because, well, I'll let it play out. Yeah, it just ends it. The game actually continues, but I want to complete the fight. Alright, so it's been a couple days since I last recorded, and I tried to do this fight maybe 10 or so more times, and it wasn't working out, so I don't think I can do it with this group. So we're going to take a different approach.
Surrender,
here,
and you may be shown mercy.
and just, I'll stand down. You don't know the whole story.
We have killed so many other guards. What do a few more matter?
Are you sure this is what you wish?
Yeah, killing them just reinforces Logain's lies about me.
I'm surprised this ended peacefully. Bring the warden. Logain doesn't care about the rest.
Eamon, we have a problem.
Oh, good. I was starting to worry this would be easy.
Calm down. What has happened?
The warden has been captured.
What? How could this happen?
Never mind that. The question is how to free her. Calthrian will take her to Fort Draken. Getting in will be no small feat.
This happens regardless if you fight or not. Afterwards, I think just like several more come in, and you can't fight them. You're just immediately taken into custody. Okay, so we ended up in a pretty lovely place.
You look like you've been dragged through 10 kinds of crap, friend. What did you do?
I killed Rendenhow.
Who calls that a crime? More like a public service. Still, they'll hang you for it.
Alright, now we have a choice here. Wait to be rescued, or try to escape. Well, obviously, being the type of character I am, and the attitude I'm going for, I'm getting out of here.
Good luck with that. I'll expect the Maker to walk in here and sing us a sea chanty first, though.
Alright, Ogren disapproves, Zevran approves. Okay. Well, let's get started.
A little backstabbing never hurt anyone.
Garden view. Call the garden.
If you're not bleeding, I don't care.
Persuade. I was just lonely.
Well, I could keep you company.
Fucking moron. Why don't you take that off so we can get started? I kind of want to do the dexterity, but I think this would be funnier. Why don't you take that off so we can get started?
Maker, they put a lot of buckles on this thing.
He keeps his helmet on. Jump the garden.
Hey, watch it!
Okay, that's
What do you think?
funny, but I kind of want to see the other. I don't remember this.
Got it.
Maybe before I faked
If you're
illness.
not bleeding, well, I could keep you company.
Alright, slip past the guard.
Hey, where do you think you're going? When I get my hands on you, come back here!
It's not as interesting. I believe we're going to go with the first option. It's much better.
If you're not bleeding, I don't... Well, I could.
Okay. Go ahead and activate that.
Got it. Now's better than later. Excellent. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
He did the cell doors. Where did he put the rest of his gear? That was the question.
I'll get on it.
Thank you kindly, friend. I think I won't be waiting around if you don't mind.
No problem.
I've never seen it.
Now, is this actually our belongings right here? Yes. All my gear was just put back on. Oh, come on. See if this will fix that stance. There we go.
And
I don't want to be
thus
leaning
cloak
like that
my
the whole
name.
time. It looks so stupid. Nothing here. Alright, we have more enemies. Dogs. Guard.
Got it. You're in a little over your head.
Oh, really?
Just call me the Reaper. I'll get on it. A little
It always makes me
backstabbing
laugh
never
in
hurt
games
anyone.
how it's like so easy to get your equipment back. It's just like right there outside your cell. There we go. Take all this. Put on the uniform.
And
Alright.
thus I cloak my naked
Now we're a bit
villainy.
disguised. Still gonna run around in stealth though. This is a dead end. No, it's the main hall. Let's see what's on the other side. We'll hold off. We have here Officer's Armory.
I should have been made a corporal by now. You never see them stuck polishing the rust off the armor. Hey, are you relieving me? It's about time.
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
Good. Mind the blighted chainmail. The commander will skin us both if he finds any rust.
And that was it.
Never seen.
Colonel's office. Let's go to storage first.
I almost didn't make it out the mess today. Forgot the blighted password again.
That's why I write it down every day and keep it in my pocket. I got stuck on the second floor hallway for 3 hours last week. I swear those guards are possessed by demons or something. It's too dusty in here. The Regent ought to hire a maid. It's too dusty in here. The Regent ought to hire a maid.
Doubt they trust having a maid here. Can't get through there. Nothing great in storage.
What's this? Oh, you must be the new recruit we were getting. You're late. The rest of your patrol is in the storage room. Find them and get yourselves ready for inspection.
Alright, I think I just saw them, sir. Do you mind
A
if
little
I
backstabbing never hurt anyone.
just grab that real quick from you?
Did you need something?
Persuasion. I was told we should get ready for the inspection.
Thank the Maker.
What are we going to do about him, though? So the assistant quartermaster is a little miffed with us at present.
I told you we should have put those potatoes in the cellar straight away.
Some things went amiss. Mistakes were made. The quartermaster got chewed out by Tern Loghain, and then he chewed out the assistant.
And now to get back at us for landing him in trouble, the assistant quartermaster won't give us our blades. And you can't pass inspection without a regulation sword.
Let me handle him.
He's down the hall in the armory.
Maker, help us. Andraste's secret girdle. He's gone.
Well, don't just stand there. Get your blade and let's report to the Colonel before he gets back. Maker, I can't believe we're actually going to go on patrol. We could fight bandits or darkspawn.
What, you mean you didn't join the army to mine the storeroom? I'm shocked.
Well, they're one of those people that are, you know, gonna be the first to die.
So, you think you're ready to go on your first patrol mission, do you?
Persuasion? Yes, sir.
That's what I like to hear. You there!
Yes, sir.
Stand up straight. You're a soldier in the King's army, and the King's own men don't slouch. And you!
Yes, sir.
Stop fidgeting! You can fidget on your own time!
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Kiss ass.
I expect a lot of you back here by sunup. Now get out of here, and make her watch over you. Go on now, and stay out of trouble.
Maker, we're real soldiers now.
Yes, I'm sure the whole blasted fort is happy for us. Keep moving.
Maker, we're real soldiers now.
Yes, I'm sure the whole blasted fort is happy for us. Keep moving.
Okay.
Only had it a month, and already this armor doesn't fit. I got to lay off the mince pie.
Password?
Rabbit, I think.
Going on your first patrol, are you? Good luck.
That was easy.
Password?
No.
Rabbit.
Going on...
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Again.
Stay sharp out there. Stay sharp out there.
Good luck out there.
I'm just glad I'm not going.
Nothing in here?
I'm sorry, my child, but I'm busy right now. Come back later.
It's always a proud day when a soldier takes up real duties. Andraste watch over you lot.
Weird. Sounded like that was coming from behind me, not in front.
It's always a proud day when a soldier takes up real duties. Andraste watch.
And thus I...
Good luck out there. Good luck out there.
Oh, what's up? Take that. Alright, peace. Let's go ahead and head back. Put my weapon back on. I assume we just ditched the other dudes. Let's try.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind?
Nothing to say about that?
It is no trouble.
Okay. Well, let's just head on into here.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. We have been praying for your safe return, Warden.
So, basically what happens if you decide to wait, I think it's you choose 2 allies that go in to rescue you. And they have different ways of getting past that you gotta choose as you go through, or, you know, they can come in, weapons out. But the way I do it is really fits my character and the way I like to play, so I think I've seen as much dungeon as I ever want to.
I can believe it. Though I'm afraid if we do not act quickly to erode Logain's support, we may all be seeing a great deal of Fort Draken in the future.
How much time do we have to stop Logain?
Very little. We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
Is there no way to reason with him?
I thought so. I'd hoped so. Howe's influence was strong. His death can only be a good thing.
Yeah, good riddance.
But even that will not be enough. I know my father, and he is committed to his course. He will see this through, no matter what. You will need ammunition come the Landsmeet, and I can help you in that regard. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Hal and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Anora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Hal's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
I mean, she just gave us reason. Let's get this. And just how are you stronger?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough. And decent. But even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Anora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Will do.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Anora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Anora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
Aren't we planning to depose her?
Anora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Maybe Alistair should marry Anora.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm going to stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
I forgot he was there.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Anora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility.
Why is it so important to put Merrick's son on the throne?
Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives.
Okay, makes
Without
sense.
that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers.
Alistair doesn't know the first thing about being a king. He really doesn't.
No, I don't, which I've told both of you on many occasions. If Anora's turned against Loghain, I say let her keep the crown. It looks better on her anyway.
You're both wrong. With a few months of experience, Alistair will make a fine king. He knows how to lead troops to defend his land, He knows how to stand and fight for justice. He knows how to show compassion to those less fortunate, and how to trust to the Maker's guidance to know right from wrong. And he knows who to turn to for aid, should that training fail him. He will be fine.
Yeah, that's a good argument.
We certainly have a great deal to plan.
So what do you think he's doing in the alienage?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
Okay, well, that didn't go
Of
anywhere.
course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Anora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
I think I'll speak to Alistair too.
I haven't been here in a while. Ask away. Of course.
Oh. Damn. He's here now, though.
Hello again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken.
Could you tell me about that vault again?
It's located just off the Market District in the northern alley past the Old Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains. It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries, for the defense of Denerim.
Alright. Did you know Duncan very well?
We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only way he ever let himself down.
Okay, I was hoping to learn a bit more about the Grey Wardens.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths.
How many Wardens are there?
It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is.
Have you ever been to the fortress in Weishaupt?
Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lass, and very foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way.
That's interesting. How were the Wardens founded?
It was near 1,200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Anders soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the Archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, although none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas.
That's pretty cool. Why has it been so long since the last Blight?
Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between Blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them. And it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations. The important thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
Alright. Yeah, I've kind of got that about the Archhuman kind of calling, so that's not surprising to hear. Going there. Okay, I believe Anora's over here. Here we are. What did she say, though?
My lady, she will be forever grateful, Warden.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. First, let me say that I knew your family. Eleanor, in particular, was dear to me, and what Hal did was unforgivable. How fitting he died at your hands.
Oh, I'm glad you agree.
I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Yeah, that's what we need to talk about here. Let's go this way first. Why should I support you?
For years, I have ruled this kingdom as Kaelin's queen. As much as they loved Kaelin, all of the Banon knew this to be so. Kaelin was a good man, but what is needed now is not another good man, but a good ruler. I sent Alina here not solely because I thought I needed help, but because I saw an opportunity for us both. I need your support, Warden, and you will need mine.
Are you proposing an alliance?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
I'm just going to go right to it. Why not simply marry Alistair? The best of both worlds.
Ignoring that the man looks so much like Kaelin, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall, my main fear is that he might govern like Kaelin as well. But it is true that Alistair has Theron blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations. A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
We'll get to that. What Alistair wants is not important. I think I could convince him.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king. It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
Alright. No, I won't even say that. I'll speak to him then.
Do so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
Right here. Alright, Alistair, we need to talk, buddy.
So I'm guessing someone told Anora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. She wants to be queen. I get it. I don't trust her any more than her father, but I get it.
So, you're definitely gonna love what I have to say. So, what do you think about her?
They say that Anora is smart, determined. She's supposedly the one who's really ruled here, not Kaelin. She's her father's daughter. Me? I say that's where the problem lies. People like her and her father always think they're the only ones who can fix things. So everyone should just stay out of their way. What do you think? When the Landsmeet comes, you might even have a say.
I think you should marry her.
Marry her? As in marriage, as in be her husband? You've spoken to her about this? You did, didn't you? I can't say I like the idea at all. Why should I even consider something like this?
This is kind of what she said. I think, because he doesn't, I don't think he'd care about this part, but getting towards the real threat, I think this offers kind of that best scenario. I think this is the best compromise for peace.
Compromise? Yes, I suppose the Landsmeet would like the sound of that. All right.
Tons of support.
You've convinced me. If it comes to that, I'll agree to marry her. Make her help us all. Go and tell her, if you think it's a good idea. Me? I think I need a drink. Or 10.
I'll leave you to that then.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes?
He's agreed to your terms.
He has? I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth. To marry Kaelin's brother. Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. If it will truly help matters... Is this it then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now.
Marry Alistair, and you have my support.
Done. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
I have some questions.
Ask me whatever you like.
This is kind of obvious. Does it make you uncomfortable siding against your father?
Of course it does. Do you think me heartless?
Exactly.
But how much worse would I be to calmly stay at the side of a man who murdered my husband?
I met with Kaelin at Ostagar. He was a good man.
He was, and far happier in the field than in the throne room. He was reckless, impetuous, and charming. Had he not been king, he would have made a dashing rogue for a band of players. We were a good pairing. He would not have wanted the burden of ruling any more than I would have liked remaining the silent wife in my husband's shadow.
Why did Loghain leave Kaelin to die? Do you know?
Kaelin was so idealistic. The world was his storybook, and he was the hero. My father is different. He's an idealist too, but he knows what idealism costs. They often clashed, but never seriously, never for long. Kaelin would always come round to Father's way of thinking eventually. And then the Blight came. Kaelin dreamed of uniting all the nations of Thedas against the Darkspawn. It was a dream. He wouldn't surrender. What my father saw, however, was the boy he had swaddled inviting Orlesian troops back into the land he had fought to free of them. And for once, my poor, foolish husband wouldn't back down.
We should tell people what really happened to Kaelin.
They would not believe it, most of them, even from my lips. Loghain is the hero they've looked up to their whole lives. Far easier to believe you or me a liar than him a murderer and tyrant.
I didn't say it was going to be
That's
easy.
why it will be critical to find some way to discredit him before the Landsmeet. We must have proof of my father's crimes for the bands, or they will never believe us.
Sorry for your loss.
It was more than just my own loss. But I thank you all the same.
Okay, another question.
Ask me whatever you like.
What do you think will happen after the lands meet?
Do you want me to try my luck at fortune-telling?
Give it a
There
shot.
was an old woman who read palms in the village of Gwarren when I was a child. She told me that I would have 10 children and be bald as a winter heath when I grew up. I can't say I put much faith in foretelling. What will happen depends much
Hey.
on you, Warden. But you certainly knew that already.
I'd like to understand Logan better if possible.
Well, he was once a farmer when he was a boy, if you can believe it. I never could myself. He's useless with plants, for one thing. I remember my mother once asking his help with a sick rose vine. My mother oversaw the rose gardens personally. He touched it. No more than that. And it shed half its leaves like a dog with mange. She never asked for him to help with her roses again. He bought her another one, though. He carried it back from Denerim with the branches overflowing his saddlebag. Despite the thorns tearing him bloody, he wouldn't let anyone else take it. He wanted to be the one to present it to her. My father has his faults, Warden, but he is far from common.
Why doesn't Logan back down?
Because he believes he is right, Warden. He thinks he is the only one who can see Ferelden out of its current crisis, even if it is one he helped engineer. My father is capable of remarkable blindness, but it stems from his love of Ferelden. That is the saddest part of all, I think.
Yeah, is he truly beyond reason?
I hope not, but I fear it is so, yes.
Why would he have ever trusted Arl Howe?
Trust would perhaps be putting it too strongly. My father knew what Howe was, and while I despised the man, I knew that father relied on his political mind. I expect my father thought himself above being influenced by the snake. Truly, I wonder how many of these acts stemmed from Howe and not my father at all. We may never know.
Still. Did he plan overthrowing Kaelin before Ostagar?
I'm not sure. I had no inkling of my father's plans until Kaelin was already dead. I would like to think that my father planned for the worst, but did not truly decide that Kaelin was a lost cause until that moment in Ostagar. The alternative is difficult to imagine. Ask me whatever you like.
Should be it, yes.
Then I wish you luck, Warden.
Alright, so I think we're done here. Let's go ahead and stop in, see if Arl Eamon says anything new.
Warden, let me know if there's any assistance I can give you. We have much to do and little time.
Okay, I think I persuaded Alistair and Anora to marry.
My hearing must be going. I could swear you just said that Alistair and Anora agreed to marry.
That's what I said. That may have been a... you did want me to get Anora on our side, didn't you?
Of course, but I hardly imagined that you could convince her so readily. I am impressed. This alliance can only help us. Well done, my friend. We need to do all that we can in the few days left to us before the lands meet.
I haven't been here in a while. Ask away.
Wasn't sure if he'd say anything more now. I don't think he'll have anything more to
Hello
say.
again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken.
What are your plans
When
now?
I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might strike.
Okay, you're going alone? Shouldn't I go with you?
If there were more of us, I would agree. But as it is, I don't think we can deprive all the armies you've gathered of a commander.
That makes sense.
Good luck to you, then. We will have to talk again when the lands meet is more settled.
Excuse me. The Lady Queen has summoned me to see to her unmentionables.
You spoken to Queen Anora?
Well, not much. Just, may I air that for you, my lady? She's brought a maid of her own to wait on her. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be...
Same thing there.